Hello, so these are your 2 up, 1 down rises. You'll normally do them holding on with 2 hands on either a bar or the back of the chair or a wall, but do check your program notes because it may be something different, but normally if this is the first time you're doing this, you'll normally be doing this supported with something. So as you can see, I'm in my cage, I've got my lovely bar. And I'm just going to start by facing this way and then I'll show you what it looks like because we're going to be facing onto the bar. But you're going to start with 2 feet on the floor, nice parallel position, okay? So that's not feet together, that's that nice little parallel position, just a little bit apart. So we've got that lovely positioning through our hips here. Now our 2 up means we're going to rise up on 2 feet. Then what we're going to do is we're going to lift 1 foot, lower down. Put that foot down, and then we're going to rise back up on 2 feet, lift up, and come down. So we want to be really careful that we're not swinging over and that we're evenly placed during the rise, and then it's just a slight move to the side as we then lower down. So you are going to have a little bit of transference of weight. You know, when we move from 2 feet to 1, it's impossible to not have a little shift. You have to. But we don't want it to be a big shift. Yep, and we don't want the hips to go up. We just want it to be this nice, gentle pressure through the feet from here. And then push into that bottom foot as we come over and slowly lower down. We also want to make sure that ankle is nice and aligned. So when we come up, when we do our rise on both feet, and then we transfer over, we want to make sure this leg stays as it is and we're not pushing out the ankle or dropping in. So the idea of having the 2 feet to rise is that we're very nice and solid and stable. So our foot and our ankle placement should be pretty good here, if not close to perfect. And then whichever side we're moving over to, we're really going to push that foot down and keep everything exactly the same. And just taking that little hip shift across and over so we're not sinking through. So I'm going to turn and face the bar, or what I'm using as the bar, so you can see what it looks like from the back. So I'm going to go through, there's 2 different ways to do this, and again you have to look at your program. It'll either be alternating or right and left. So this is what alternating would look like if that's written in your program. You're going to lift up, foot over, control the lower down, foot up, and then we're going to go to the other side. The control lower down is just as important as the standing on the single foot or rising up. Yet every single bit of this is, we want to be really meticulous in its execution. So if you've got all, like say 5 right, 5 left, then you would do all of your reps on one side. Up, transfer over, and down. And look, that's a pretty good tempo to do it. Up, transfer, down. If I want you to do it a specific tempo, you'll definitely have some tempo notes in your program also. But if there are no notes, just that kind of speed is perfect. So those are your 2 up, 1 down rises.